What is going on, people of YouTube and people of the FPL Updates YouTube channel? My name is Kurt Yo. I'm sure you're aware of my other side of the internet is where I came from, and today we've got a little bit of a different video. Now usually we'd have a team preview. Those will be continuing up until we finish them all, which hopefully, barring any bad luck on my part, should be soon. But today we've got a brand new series that will be running out throughout the whole of the season here on the FPL Updates YouTube channel, and that is basically a chance for you guys to run your own team. It's basically just going to be us looking at our selected team each week. You get to comment down below on transfers, who to captain, which I advise you now, once you've seen the team and you're interested, vote down below on who you want us to bring in, new transfers, who you want us to captain, and all that sort of business. And hopefully you'll be able to do it every week so that the most selected thing, or one that I like, will be brought into the team and captained every single week. But this is basically a chance for us to introduce you to the team. There's not much to talk about points-wise, but introduce you to the team. And I thought, if I was going to build a team for this series, it would basically be the same team as mine, because my personal team, I'm picking the best players I believe available. But I thought, let's spice things up. So if you are aware, and you're a fan of the FPL Updates website, you know that they have had quite a few people brought in to do team previews, written down article-wise, and done one on every single team. So I have got all the players that were suggested in all of those articles down onto a shortlist, and I've only picked from those players. So that way, it's basically, we should have a really good team, because they're all really good. Well, they're all fantastic people that write the articles, but they've all been tipped by FPL accounts across the internet. And I'm going to introduce you to the team quickly, which is hopefully going to be scoring us a load of points. And I thought it'd be different, because otherwise I don't want it to be the same as my team. I want it to be completely different, bring in, and there's a few parts where I've struggled, a few parts where I've got too much to choose from. But this is the team. Let's talk you through it, starting off as always with the goalkeepers. Our first goalkeeper is Asmir Begovic. The Bournemouth stopper was suggested by myself in the Bournemouth preview, and I think he's a good bet. And seeing as we've got no £4 million goalkeepers, he's the best we could do. To partner alongside him, and actually it's a brilliant rotation pair between the two, is Ben Foster. He has also been suggested in the West Brom article, and again he's in most teams. He's selected by quite a few people, so he's in ours. So what about that back line? Well, there weren't too many premium defenders we could pick, but the £7 million Alonso was suggested in the Chelsea video, and the Chelsea article. So I thought, why not? Let's take a bit of that. He is brilliant going forward, 6 goals and 5 assists. Do well in our team. Next we have Ryan Bertrand of £5.5 million, of course suggested in the Southampton article. He's in my personal team, and I thought he's going to be a good player, so he's got to come into our team. Next up we have Ben Mee of Burnley. He has been suggested, of course, in the Burnley article. I'll stop saying that now. He's definitely a player that I like the looks of. Yes, he's got a tough few games at the start, but Burnley good at home. That's what I'm banking on. We have some Huddersfield coverage in Smith, the right back, and he looks good. £5 million, a bit steep for Huddersfield coverage, but 4 goals and 8 assists in the Championship last season. I think he's going to be a real point scorer. And finally, we have Jamal Lascelles. Again, another 4.5 option. Not too many big players in the defence, but he's a good little player to have. And I think Newcastle have a decent-ish start by past Spurs, so he's one to keep our eye on. On to midfield, we start off with some more Huddersfield coverage in Tom Ince. £6 million, looked good in pre-season. Huddersfield have really good fixtures at the start. I feel like he's going to be a really good player. Then we have a cheaper option in Mr. Carroll from Swansea, £4.5 million, had a really good second half of the season. He's only going to improve with Sigurdsson's leaving. Kevin De Bruyne becomes our most expensive player so far at £10 million. He is amazing, 21 assists last season, need I say more? Redmond then comes in for our fourth midfielder at £6.5 million to give us that Southampton coverage. I would like Tadic, but Redmond at 6.5 will also do the job. He's got something to prove this season. Hopefully he can prove it. And to complete our midfield, we've got Wilfried Zaha at £7 million. Wilfried looks good, break angles fun in pre-season. Again, need I say more? Onto the attack, we have Dwight Gale at £6.5 million for Newcastle. He's the main man up front for Newcastle, the most expensive Newcastle player. He is got a slight injury concern, but he's not playing the first game week, so it doesn't matter. Next up, we have the Belgian beast Romelu Lukaku. and he's £11.5 million. Well spent though, selected by just under half the people playing the game, and I feel like his point returns will be high in the first few game weeks. And lastly, I think, because he's not in my personal team, had to pick him in this one, Harry Kane comes in to complete us off with £100 million spent at £12.5 million his price. Expensive, but it's Harry Kane. 29 goals last season in 30 games. Again, I'll say it again, but I've said to most players, need I say more? So there are our 15 players. Currently, we're lining up in a 3-5-2 with Begovic in between the sticks. So I'm not sure between him or Foster. Alonso, Bertrand and Smith are our 3 defenders. You've got Zaha, Ince, Carroll, De Bruyne and Redmond covering the midfield area, with Kane and Lukaku, that deadly partnership up front. Gale as our first sub, Lascelles as our second, and Ben Mee, I feel like could get a bit of a battering first game week, as our third sub. Of course, Foster on the bench. Of course, we can't make any transfers this week because this is the team I've selected. From next week, we'll be able to make transfers, and if you do want to suggest them, they'll be in the next video, hopefully uploaded somewhere in between the weeks. I've got enough time to act on it. But the question comes down to you. Currently, it's on Kane. Who do you want us to captain in this week? You can look at the players even there, or even suggest us to make a sub. Hopefully, not a bad one. But Kane is currently our captain. Who do you want us to captain this community team? Remember, we've got to get as high as we can, just so we can prove to everyone, hopefully, that we are good at playing this game. And together,